Okie doke. Welcome to this week's episode of Client Chat. I'm trying to figure out where I want this light. I think I want it on me. It's weird. All right, so I wanted to talk to you, everyone, about sustainable weight loss. So a lot of my client chats have been about weight loss because most of my clients are wanting to lose weight. So hoping that everyone is enjoying these client chats and learning things because I'm going to continue doing them. So sustainable weight loss. So one of my clients, I have a lot of male clients, and he wants to lose weight, and he's lost about 20 pounds in the last 3 months. And he's a larger guy, so he was saying that he had expected that he would be losing more. And so I told him that he was losing about a pound or like 1.2 pounds every week, and he was right on track to be losing the weight sustainably and at a slow pace. And he just thought that he should have lost like 50 pounds in the last 3 months. And I said, yeah, you could have lost 50 pounds, but that's not really sustainable because you're probably at the same time losing water weight, which is, it's a good thing. You don't need to hold on to all that water if you don't need it, but you would have also lost muscle mass. And I'm going to get into why he might have lost muscle mass if he lost the weight at a rapid rate. So I kind of talked him off a ledge, and he definitely feels better about his progress. I mean, he should, because he lost about 20 pounds in 3 months, and that's, it's amazing. So let's get into why slow and sustainable is better than trying to lose like 20 pounds in 1 month. So how do we lose weight? We lose weight by calorie deficit. We all know that it's less calories coming in that are going out. You need to decrease your caloric intake and increase your caloric output, which could be taking a walk, going to the gym, doing CrossFit, whatever it is. You just need to start being more physically active so you can start burning more calories than you're taking in, decrease your caloric intake, like I said. Sorry, I have some notes over here. And so 1 to 2 pounds is the average. Now, if you're larger, like you have a BMI of over 30, you will probably lose weight at a more rapid rate because your body has more weight to lose. So you might be losing 5 pounds a week for the first few weeks, but then your body might slow down as it gets to the weight that it wants to be normally. So that's one thing to know too, that sometimes when we start off our weight loss journeys, we're like kind of going gung-ho. We're like, 5 pounds here, 7 pounds there. And then all of a sudden it's like 1 to 2. Well, that's when your body starts to get back to the weight that it likes to kind of hang out at. And then it starts kind of resisting the weight loss because it's kind of like, we're getting to our final destination, slow it down a little bit. So that's kind of what your body is saying to you. So when you lose weight rapidly, you're losing fat, yes, but you might also be losing muscle. And you always want to try and sustain and or increase your muscle mass, because muscle mass or lean muscles are what are going to drive your metabolism, or one of the factors that drive your metabolism. So muscles consume a lot of energy to just keep going. And so since they consume a lot of energy, you need a lot of energy. And if you're already in a caloric deficit, your body's not getting the energy that it needs. So it takes from your reserve energy, which is your fat, to feed your muscles. And so that's how you'll lose weight. And that's how people who do have a lot of muscle mass either stay very lean or are always hungry, because if we're lean, we don't have a lot of fat to feed our muscles. So we're always trying to get that energy from somewhere. So we're always hungry, kind of like me. I'm always like grazing and eating something. So that's why having a lot of lean muscle mass and strength training during your weight loss journey is always a good idea. So, and that's just my personal opinion. Now, how you lose muscle mass. So say you're not focusing on protein when you're losing weight, which you need to be when you're exercising. And this is very, very important. When you exercise for a prolonged amount of time, your body uses up the fast energy that it can kind of get to first, which is like the glucose and the glycogen in your liver and everything. So it uses those up real quick, honestly, like within a few minutes, or, maybe like, 30 minutes or something. After that, your body does not go for fat. Your body cannot break down fat in an hour. It cannot break down fat that quickly. So your body goes and turns to the next thing, which is your muscles. Again, your body does not break down fat when you exercise. your body, after it consumes all the energy that's kind of like there to begin with, which is your glucose and your glycogen, it will break down muscle. It will break down your amino acids in your muscle, okay? And so when that happens, you start to lose muscle mass. If you don't, number one, increase your protein intake, and number two, strength train, okay? So that, because that's building your muscle. Now, there's 3 amino acids that we may or may not have heard before, which are leucine, isoleucine, and valine, your BCAAs. If you've kind of been in the fitness industry or world or anything, you've heard of BCAAs, okay? Your branched chain amino acids. Those are the ones that get broken down. Okay, and that's why some people take BCAAs, because they want their body to use the synthetic BCAAs, the synthetic amino acids, instead of the amino acids from their muscles when they're working. They're kind of protecting their muscles while they're working out. Okay, so if you don't do that, you start to lose muscle mass. When you lose weight and you lose muscle mass and you lose a little bit of fat, when you stop your weight loss journey, you might actually have more fat mass than you have lean muscle mass. And that's what we call skinny fat. You might be skinny, but your body fat percentage is a lot higher than it needs to be, because you've also lost muscle mass because you did not increase your protein intake or diet correctly when you were cutting your calories, okay? So that's why it's so important. That's why I tell everyone, you need to increase or sustain muscle mass and your protein intake throughout the day, and especially after you work out, so you can keep or increase your lean muscle mass while you're losing weight, because that's what's going to help you keep the weight off in the long term. Okay, so to recap, losing weight. Calories in, calories out. Just have more calories coming out than calories coming in. Keep your protein intake and your muscle mass up, because when you lose weight, and it needs to be a slow progression as you lose weight, you need to keep your muscles and your protein intake at a sustainable level so you don't become skinny fat. And no one wants that, because once you kind of slip up, when your fat mass is higher than your lean muscle mass, that fat mass will take over and you will gain that weight right on back. But if you have that lean muscle mass, it drives your metabolism and you will not gain if you kind of just go all over the place, then you're going to gain weight regardless, but it'll be a lot harder for you to gain weight, because that muscle is consuming so much more energy than fat would. Your fat is reserve energy anyways. So think of it like this: your muscle consumes energy and your fat cells just kind of hold on to it for a rainy day. So you want to have more things that consume energy than more things that are just kind of hanging around not doing anything. Okay, you want something that does active work rather than something that's like a couch potato, more or less. Okay, so that is a very maybe confusing client chat about sustainable weight loss. I kind of delved really deep into the chemistry of losing weight and everything, but I really want you guys to understand that you can't lose weight rapidly, because once you do, you start breaking down muscle, and that's not what I want. I want you to be able to keep your muscle and lose weight a healthy and sustainable way, so you don't end up gaining the weight back in the long term. Because the only way that you're going to lose weight, the only way that you're going to keep weight off is to lose it the same way you gained it, which is a slow process. You didn't gain 100 pounds in 6 months. Okay, you can't expect to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. You've got to do it slow, or else you run the chance of gaining that weight back. Okay, so that's it. I pinned something, which is my nutrition coaching link. So if you guys want to hit me up for a nutrition coaching session, that link is for an initial session and a follow-up combined together, because you're going to need a follow-up just so we can touch base after our initial session, so we can make sure that you're still on track with everything. But that includes the initial assessment. So we go over a food log, we go over your food preferences and your foods that you don't like, and we come up with a healthy and sustainable plan that you can go and take forward with you. This is not going to be a meal plan. I don't do meal plans because those are very temporary, and you're not going to follow them for the long term, like, because it's just going to be like literally just like a week, and that's not going to help you. And it's not going to give you the individualized approach that I would like. So that's why we have those conversations, and I send you off and I say like, hey, this is what you try, do it your way, and then come back, we rehash, we work out some kinks, and then I send you on your way again for like another 2 to 3 weeks. And that's how you develop healthy habits, instead of just me telling you what to do and you never learn how to do. It's kind of like teaching a man to fish rather than just giving him a fish. It's kind of like the same type of concept, where I teach you give you the tools to make those healthy food options and those healthy wellness options, rather than just telling you what to do. Hi guys, telling you what to do, and then you just going and doing it, and you're not really learning anything. So that's the link down below. Go ahead and check it out. If you have questions, you're free to email me or DM me or anything. But that's my client chat on healthy, sustainable weight loss and maintaining your protein and muscle balance while doing so. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.